Welcome back, everyone. Gosh, it feels like old home week here today. I have out with me Kedzi Morgan, and she's with Gia Wellness. Kedzi has been a listener. Now, we just said 14 years that you've been listening. You've been on the air with me. Now, all of this time that you come on, talking about your water, your eye water. Please tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what we're going to talk about today. Listen up, everyone. I have my huge glass of water with me today. Yeah, cheers. There we go.
Thank you, Carol. I love being here,
Thank
and
you.
I just love your listeners. I meet so many great people
Thank
because
you.
I do engage with them when, I'll just start out, when they call in the radio station, you'll give the number, and they get on the list to receive 2 gallons of what we call activated water, which is so important. We need cellular hydration, cell communication, cell detoxification. It all happens in water that enters your cell.
Right. Now, what I've been talking to you a little bit about it deeper as well, and I wanted to ask you the difference between water that you activate as opposed to alkaline water. Remember, I asked that question,
Yes.
and let's talk about that real quickly.
So yeah, and a lot of people have been, let's say, attracted to using alkaline water, and they don't quite, well, they hear that it is healthier, that certain things, diseases don't like, they would prefer acid rather than alkaline water, et cetera, alkaline diets. There's a lot out there, right? But the thing is that when people, this is completely different than that in that this is the molecular structure of the water itself. Water loves to be clumped together. The molecules love to be magnetized in a big clump. We were born with the ability to realign water molecules or pull it apart and put them into what, like strings of pearls that float in your system and enter, they should be entering through the membrane of the cell, billions with a B of molecules per second. However, that does not happen when our system is not efficient at pulling those molecules apart after the age of about 25. But we have another problem, which is why Gia Wellness is so important to us. It's a foundational pillar of health in that today's world with 5G upon us, the G as in generation of Wi-Fi, we've been coming up the ranks from originally dial-up, Ethernet, and all this. We want wireless everywhere we go, and it is everywhere we go, all the satellites, etc. So we have a whole technology, a health technology, that both of these, the water technology and the protection for our cells, our brain, and our body from Wi-Fi, were featured in a documentary called The Truth About Cancer. Our scientist was there speaking about how this all came about. And the water and the other technology came about because of Chernobyl back in the mid-'80s that blew up the nuclear power plant. And so people who were relocated from there in one particular area didn't have the cancers and the diseases that the others unfortunately were having because of this naturally occurring water that then it took 20 years for our scientists to understand, figure out, and create a replicator of that naturally occurring water, which is called single file aligned water.
And it's wonderful. The water is totally different than what you've ever drank before. And what we're doing is we're opening up the lines to the audience for everyone to call throughout the rest of the show. She loves to bring everyone water. And you get there's people getting 2 gallons of the water. Every one of the listeners that call, you go there personally, you sit there, you talk to them, and you get to know them. And it's wonderful to just try it. That's all she wants you to do is try this water, see how you like it. And, if you like it, then, maybe you want to get the system. I want to talk about your medical background because you have an extensive medical background, but also that you do something that we're also going to offer them as a grand prize. So let's tell everybody about that so I can open up the lines of the audience for that too.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I am a health practitioner, integrative more on the natural health. It's been almost 45 years in the natural health industry, and one of the things I've found about 4 years ago, I spent a lot of time in compounding pharmacy. I don't know if we ever talked about that, but what I did there was I brought in a whole, what we call the nutraceuticals, the foundation of helping people when they do have to take prescriptions. We don't want to see them have all the side effects and the nutrient depletions and all of these things. So I developed a whole lot of services and systems to help people in that area, and one of them is called hair analysis. I didn't develop it, but I added it to the lineup of things that people could have. It was quite an amazing place in Sedona at the time. It's not there anymore. I use the oldest lab in the country, and it's wonderful. It's a breakdown of your nutrient minerals. It's so fascinating to me still after decades, and helps people so much get everything balanced in a very fast manner.
Talk about getting to the root of the problem. And I say that in a fun way, but at the same time, it's a wonderful thing for people to do, and it's super, super simple. So what we're doing is we're leaving our lines open for everyone to call throughout the rest of the show. You're getting 2 gallons of the water to try. She wants to try it. She loves to have everybody try her water. And then the big grand prize is $75 off the hair analysis, which is a huge, huge, huge savings right there. So call in here. Our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Honestly, I think starting off with the water, really, we all need to rehydrate. Hydrating ourselves is so important.
Well, picture every cell in your body, right? There's a membrane, which is the brain of your cell. It's being very negatively affected by all of our man-made frequencies. People are carrying their phones with them. They have routers. Everything's smart these days. I even heard on the radio about Facebook has taken over from Apple. They're making glasses that will be your computer, okay, right by your brain. So we want to make sure we protect your body. The cell membrane is literally the brain. There are pores, microscopic pores, all over every living thing that requires water. Okay, they're called aquaporins. The water molecules must efficiently enter those little pores. And we always thought of water entry into the cell as osmosis, which still happens. But they never knew about the little pores until this whole phenomenon about Chernobyl, et cetera, people studying water. And this activation system makes it possible that your body has to do no work. The water is already lined up, and your body absorbs those molecules billions per second. It happens, you take one swallow, you're already being cellularly hydrated.
It's amazing. I tasted the water myself and was like blown away, first of all, of how it tasted. I want to say that because I'm not a water drinker, right? I'm real bad.
It's taken me a while to convince you to
drink this water. I don't drink water. But honestly, because it doesn't taste good, right? And a lot of people could say, this water tastes so clear, so clean, so pure. It's amazing. And your website, people can check it out. It's giawellness.com. There's a /Kedzi, my car is Kedzi Morgan. And again, you can also call in here, we've got 1 minute. We want to do 2 gallons of water for everyone. Call in here. You're getting that 2 gallons of water. And also, everyone's getting the grand prize is the $75 off the hair analysis. That's a super, super thing to do. Guys, if you don't think all of this technology around us isn't affecting us, it is. We weren't born with all that stuff. The caveman didn't have all of that. And they were the healthiest of all human beings. And we look at us today, we have all this technology. It's super great. And all of us are sick. We're sicker than dogs.
People have sort of lost the idea that we have the power to heal. And when I meet people and when I interact with people, I have many, many before and after pictures of people's healing, because when you can see, your skin is your largest organ, right? So the frequencies are coming right through your skin. So the skin is negatively impacted and reacting to it. So I have wonderful information, tremendous science behind this. This is all studied, published, peer-reviewed, patented science. This is not a fly-by-night. We are the gold standard of electromagnetic radiation protection. And this water has been proven over and over for humans of any age, animals, and your plants, believe it or not.
I'll tell you something, it makes sense to try, especially if you've been dealing with some issues that you're not finding answers. Usually there's a reason. I think everyone should try it just because it's awesome. I did, and I love the taste of the water. It's awesome. You can call in here throughout the rest of the show. It is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. 2 gallons of the water. It's fantastic, and everyone's getting the grand prize is $75% off, $75 off the hair analysis. It's super cool.